All right, we have a pretty good one here today. We're talking about the LG Gram Pro 17 here for 2025. A lot of upgrades here. This just came into the studio, so let's get right to it. But just before we do that, let me let you know what we got here. We have a Core Ultra 9 285H. That, of course, is Arrow Lake H. We've seen it before, and I'm liking that processor. We have a new discrete GPU here. It's the RTX 5050 from NVIDIA, so we'll check that one out. First time I got a chance to look at that one. 90 watt-hour battery. They're claiming over, I think, 25 hours of battery life. We'll see. Obviously, it's going to have a 17-inch display. It is IPS, but it's supposedly a really good one with 144 hertz variable refresh rate, so that should be pretty interesting. And an all-metal design, but of course with the Gram line, they're known for their thin and light designs, and this should be no exception, coming in at around 3 pounds or so for a 17-inch laptop. That's pretty remarkable. They've improved the design. It is an all-metal design in terms of the rigidness, the sturdiness. So let's get it out of the box. Let's find out what we get here with the LG Gram Pro. Hey everybody, it's Andrew, and this is the LG Gram Pro 17, brand new for 2025. Coming up. All right, so we have the LG Gram here, and of course, it is pretty light for a 17-inch laptop. We have some documentation from LG, warranty information, yada, yada, yada. And then, of course, let's see what power charger they give us here. So we got your power cord here. Let's take it out of this plastic, and we're looking at your typical power cord. And then we have what is in here. This looks like your power cable. And this is USB Type-C, pretty good, all right? And then we get your power supply here, and it's a, let's see here, 100-watt power supply here with USB-C connection, and yeah, a little bit of heft on that thing. So again, it does have a discrete GPU, and that is pretty interesting. So let's see what the unit is all about here. Okay, and here we have it. It says full metal body there, as you can see there. So I'm hoping we'll get some good build quality here, because I remember there's a little flex in the years past, but I think this one is looking good so far. Oh yeah, this feels good. So we have this in the black here. Let me put this over here. So here it is, and I got to tell you, this looks pretty nice. It has the Gram logo in lowercase, as you know. It has a nice metal frame here. You can see the underside there. Starting to collect fingerprints already. Hopefully the oleophobic coating will be good on this. And here you can see the Gram, of course, in this black, and really good, thin and light. I can't believe this is a 17-inch laptop. Now, let's get that measurement of the weight right now. Okay, with just the unit alone, we're looking at 1.468 kilograms, and that is 3 pounds, 3.3 ounces. That is pretty impressive for a 17-inch laptop. Now, we had the power cord, the USB-C cable, and your USB-C charger here, 100 watts. You're looking at 1.878 kilograms, and that is 4 pounds, 2.2 ounces for a total travel weight. Pretty impressive for a 17-inch laptop. Okay, let's see if we can do the you-know-what test. Oh, yeah, we can. So that is good. And put that to the side there. And there it is. And we're looking at a really interesting keyboard layout. Obviously, we have a full-size numeric keypad there. We have the really pretty interesting keys here. A little shallow, but of course, I'm not surprised because of the thin and light nature of this chassis. You get a touchpad here. It moved off-center because of that, of course, of the touch for the numpad. Not a haptic, but pretty good. I'm going to have a feeling this is going to be pretty good, but we'll see once I get it up and running. Has some interesting information regarding this. It does have a military standard 810-inch rating. That means this is going to be very durable, being able to take a licking and keep on ticking. RTX 5050 in this, Ultra 9, so Dolby Atmos. So this should be interesting. And a 17-inch display with a variable refresh rate, and it doesn't look too glossy without it on so far. Looks pretty good. Let's power it on, and let's see what this is all about. Okay, we are fully booted up here, and as you can see, this is the display, and I got to tell you, it is a sort of a matte finish almost, so really, really nice, and brightness looking pretty good here so far. This is looking pretty good. I got to tell you, this display is looking good. Not much, a little bit of screen wobble there, but that's to be expected on a thin and light like this. Let's test out the keyboard and see how it feels and sounds. Okay, feels pretty good actually. So a little bit on the shallow side, but not terrible. So this could actually be a pretty decent keyboard. And by the way, here is a look at the back of the unit, or the lid, I should say. And it is starting to collect a little bit of fingerprints. Now spoiler, I did open this up prior to this. Should have probably mentioned this just to get all the updates out of the way. I did some benchmarking with that 50/50 as well. So we'll take a look at it, but overall so far pretty good. So you may see a few fingerprints, but it is pretty good in terms of that oleophobic coating, so not too bad. Now, when it comes to audio, we're looking at quad speakers, 5 watts each, so we're expecting pretty good performance here. It also has a smart amp with a maximum of 5 watts. It also has Dolby Atmos to help with the spatial audio. Let's give it a listen. Hopefully, I have a feeling it's going to be pretty good, so let's give it a listen. Well, that's pretty impressive in terms of that audio. I gotta admit that. So looking pretty good in terms of the audio. The display also looks good. Let's take a look at it right now. All right, so this is that 17-inch display. I have it on the 144 hertz refresh rate. There is an option to go dynamic, so it's a variable refresh rate. And the smooth scrolling here with this trackpad, pretty good so far. I gotta tell you, I am very impressed with this LG Gram Pro. They have made a lot of strides here, I gotta say. Very, very good. And this display does not have a lot of gloss or reflection, so that is amazing. I love that. You can see it here. I do have a lot of studio lights, and you can even see there that the glare is very minimal here, so that is really good. Now, I did notice a little screen wobble, but let's see how it is when we're typing. So let me get to monkey type here, and let's see how I type on this. Typing experience is good. I didn't notice a lot of movement on the display, despite the wobble that you see when I touch it. But when you're typing, it stays pretty rigid, so not too bad. Now, as far as how far the screen goes back, it goes back pretty far, actually. It's not 180 degrees, but it does go back far enough to give you good viewing angle to really give you that adjustment that you need. So not too bad so far. Like the display, the keyboard felt really good, by the way, surprisingly good. So that is a very positive initial impression there. And then, of course, the touchpad seems really good. It's not haptic, but it is very responsive. So far, pretty good. Again, all the gestures working here. Looks like, yeah, this is really smooth and very fluid. Good responsiveness on this touchpad. Very nice. All right, let's check out the port selection. On the left side is an HDMI 2.1. You also have 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports that are 40 gigabits per second, and they are full function. And that rounds out the left side. And again, those 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports do support the charging. So I'd like to see them split up, but not, of course, the case here. Let's get to the right side and see what that's all about. And moving over to the right side, you get 2 USB-A ports, and you get a 3.5 millimeter microphone headphone combo jack to round out the ports. Notably missing, no SD card reader. Would like to have that on here. Unfortunately, we don't get that because I can see doing content creation on this with that 17-inch display, as well as having that RTX 5050, maybe some DaVinci Resolve Premiere Pro 4K. We'll test that out, of course, in the upcoming review. But I would say it's a good port selection. Again, I'd like to see those Thunderbolt 4 ports split up, one on each side, making it more convenient. So we're in the LG Gram app, and we have some customization when it comes to the PC here, the PC maintenance part of that. We have low, normal, high, and max. I put it on max to see how high or how loud the fans will get, and to see performance, but we'll also test the high and, of course, the lower ones here, low and normal, when I do my full review. So that is pretty interesting. A lot of customization here. And if you can see at the home of there, you can see you can put the dark mode on and off. Let's put it on there. And then AI noise canceling, extended battery life is off right now, but that is an option. You have instant booting on. I had it off originally. Let me put it back on. Touchpad is on, and USB-C offline charging is an option as well. So there is a lot of customization here with this LG app here. So this is that 1080p camera here on the brand new LG Gram Pro for 2025. It is an IR camera. That means you can log in with face recognition with Windows Hello. There is a key on the keyboard, a dedicated button to turn off the camera for more security and privacy. Function F9 does that. What do you think about the video quality? What do you think about the audio? That, of course, is important as well, or maybe perhaps most important. We also have the studio effects here. So you have the auto framing, you got the eye contact, background blur here. That is the standard blur. And of course, this is the portrait blur. Let me know how the video looks, and most importantly, how does the sound as well. Okay, let's get a look at the internals here. These feet come off. They are easily put back on. So let's pull these off here. And then there are 4 Phillips head screws to unscrew, and then we'll take off the bottom plate. Okay, so that was pretty easy. This comes right off. And there you can see the 90 watt hour battery and the full size SSD right there, 2280. And there is a second slot right there. So 2 NVMe SSD slots, one available right there. So that was looking pretty good. The Wi-Fi card is soldered in, it looks like. So I don't think you can upgrade that. But other than that, RAM obviously is going to be integrated here or not upgradable by the user. There's the Wi-Fi card, by the way. So not upgradable by the user, but this is a pretty interesting layout, and looks like they have room for even more batteries, but they wanted to put some really nice speakers in here, and I gotta say, they do sound great. That is the internals. We'll get more into it in the full review. All right, so I'm going to put it through its paces. I'll bring you a full review very soon, but my initial impressions here as we took it out of the box, as I've started to run some benchmarks and really use this, I got to say I'm very impressed here. I love this 17-inch display. I love the fact that it's IPS. It's not a glossy display. It's sort of a matte display, less glare, less reflection. So if you want to get work done doing spreadsheets, work, productivity work, this is certainly going to fit the bill. The 5050 discrete GPU here from NVIDIA is not the most powerful. It's fed 65 watts of power, but it is capable to help you things like video editing and DaVinci Resolve Premiere Pro, but don't expect to play AAA titles on their highest settings. It's not meant for that, but you can play some games if you lower the settings. I'll give you some examples in that upcoming review. The keyboard's actually a little bit on the shallow side, but surprisingly good to type on. I was really impressed so far, and I like the fact that you're getting the numeric keypad, especially for those number crunchers who want to do spreadsheets and the like. You have that there, especially on a 17-inch laptop. That certainly makes sense here. Nice touchpad here. I like the fact that it's not oversized, where sometimes you get inadvertent clicks or you don't have great palm rejection. This is actually really good. It's not a haptic touchpad, which I would have liked to have seen, especially at this price point, but nonetheless found it very responsive for scrolling, doing all the gestures. That actually worked out well. And then as far as the ports here, I like the fact that they have the 2 USB-A ports, the 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports. Would have liked to have been nice to have Thunderbolt 5, but we get Thunderbolt 4 here. And no SD card reader is the other negative there. I'd like to see it, especially on a laptop that creators can definitely want to use here, especially with what this has in terms of specs. So the overall impressions here is really good. The 90 watt hour battery, I'm expecting to get great battery life out of this. They're claiming, I think, over 25 and a half hours. So we'll see. I'll do my own testing. That's to come in the full review. But stay tuned. You don't want to miss it, so make sure you are subscribed to the channel. So please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Please share this video. Don't forget to leave a comment in that comment section below. And if you're a casual viewer of my content, why not hit the subscribe button? It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps to go support the channel, helps keep the lights on here in the studio, because we do get devices like this. Of course, this was sent over by LG. They're not paying me. They're not sponsoring me. But if you are going to buy something like the LG Gram Pro 17, check out the link in the description below. Yes, or maybe it might be an affiliate link. Actually, I don't know. I got to double check. I don't think I'm an affiliate of them. So no, it's not an affiliate link, or at least not yet. I don't know yet. What I'm trying to say is if you're going to buy it, it's there. You get the latest pricing in the description below. What a roundabout way to say something. So until next time, this is Andrew, and I'll see you in the next video.